Good morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning egg market update. Quiet, uneventful trade across the egg space overnight. Right now, prices are mixed. Unchanged in the corn, steady to lower in the soybeans. Wheat is the upside leader, showing gains of 1 to 3 cents, a little bit lower in the meal, a little bit higher in the bean oil. We do get weekly export sales and monthly census exports data later this morning. A fast-moving storm system is providing some drought relief across the U.S. Central Plains overnight. Heavier rainfall totals expected to impact eastern Kansas with lighter amounts in the west. The U.S. rainfall through early next week is expected to favor the central Midwest and southeast, while limited amounts for the western Corn Belt. Near complete dryness for the far southern and northern plains. Good rains forecast for central Argentina through the weekend as well. Dry to the southwest. Mostly favorable conditions do hold through much of Brazil. Tomorrow, the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to rule on the legality of the Trump administration's use of tariffs. Right now, crude oil has bounced back. That's up 85 cents a barrel. U.S. dollar is slightly higher, while U.S. equity markets are slightly lower. We saw some pretty healthy buying, or good buying, across the egg space yesterday, ranging between 4,000 to 6,000 contracts in corn, beans, wheat, and meal. We did see speculative sellers sell about 1,000 contracts in the soybean oil. Inside trade for March corn overnight as the prices hold just above its 50-day moving average at 444.5. Export sales are expected to range between 30 and 60 million bushels. Reuters poll does show analysts expect U.S. corn production will fall about 200 million bushels in Monday's report to 16.552 billion, with an average yield slipping to 184 bushels an acre, still a record high. Ending stocks expected to drop only 57 million bushels to 1.972, much of the lower production likely to be absorbed by lower feed usage. December 1st stocks, they're expected to come in at a record high at 12.962 billion bushels. That well above the year-ago total at 12.075 million. Inside trade for March soybeans as well overnight, holding very near the 1065 level. We do have really no major resistance on the charts until the 1085 level. That's where the 100-day comes in. Inside trade for March meal as it holds support. It did hold support, testing its 100-day moving average overnight. March oil has fallen back to within its recent trading range between 48 and 50 cents, rejecting trade above 50 cents earlier this week. I think markets will need to see additional confirmation of sales to China to maintain its recent strength. Export sales today are expected to range from about 28 to 48 million bushels, 100 to 300,000 tons of meal, and between 0 and 20,000 tons of soybean oil. Reuters poll does show analysts expect soybean production to drop 24 million bushels, 4.229 billion is the average trade guess. Average yield slipping to 52.7 bushels an acre. Ending stocks expected to come in slightly higher, 292 million. That's up only 2. Big range though from 245 to 350 million. We're at 301. These first stocks expected to come in at 3.25 billion bushels. With return of U.S. buying, Chinese buying U.S. soybeans, likely to cut into Brazilian sales, however, maybe not enough to prevent the USDA from cutting exports there. Wheat leader to the upside, looks like exports expected to come in between 8 and 18 million bushels. These one stocks, 1.636 billion, well above the 1.573 a year ago. Ending stocks, little change there, 856. That would be down 5 million from December. And acres are expected to drop 2% to 32.413. Those are the winter wheat acres. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great day.